So just from what happened last night, how good was it to come back and be able to kind of get some revenge, especially kind of going into what the part of the season that series play?
It felt really good. I think last night, obviously we got the loss, and I feel like you could tell that we were kind of all pressing a little bit. So kind of just going in today, wanting to bounce back, especially getting the win the first game. I mean, Idaho State's a pretty good team. And then obviously coming back and beating Tech the second game. So
You're pretty excited when that ball left the yard. What was the emotion? What was the feeling going around the bases?
It felt good. I've obviously had like a slow weekend, so it felt good for sure, just to especially get the team on the board first. So
it was pretty. It was really pretty.
Yeah, what was your vantage point of it?
I was just like, heck yeah. I think for her, like, she needed it. Like, she needed it to get her A swing off and then kind of just flush everything that's been going on, and it helped her and it helped us in the long run.
Yeah. And for both of you, just how ready do you feel like the team is for conference play, and why would you say your team's ready for conference play?
I feel like we're really ready. I think last night was a good test for us facing Nyjah. I mean, obviously we only scored 2 runs, and maybe from an outsider's point of view, it looked like, you know, she struck us out 10 times, but I thought that we actually had some pretty good at-bats. We didn't chase a lot of pitches. So just having the opportunity to see her last night and then going into facing Florida next weekend, I think was really good for us. So I think we're ready.
Yeah, and I think the schedule lineup that we had with like playing 2 games today, 1 yesterday, just the being tired and then having to go through the innings and the games and not being able to slow down for anybody, whether it's Idaho State, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, whoever it is. So I think it's really good for us going into SEC, being able to stay on top of all 3 games and having good momentum regardless of where we are in a game.
For you, Allie, you had a bit of a swim move to get around the catcher that played at the plate. Just talk about your mindset there. Were you thinking ahead of time what you were going to do? Do you kind of just happen as it happened?
It kind of just happened as it happened. I
knew no ahead of time.
No, yeah, I had to I knew that I had to hook slide because the throw beat me. But Coach Harper was giving me a tough time after that. He was like, "What were you doing?" And then I rewatched the video, and I was like, "Okay, I kind of had to do that to be safe."
She had to do some type of matrix move to get
Yeah.
You did what had to be done.
It was funny looking back at it though. I'm just glad I was safe, but yeah.
What is the mindset like? With only 30 minutes of a turnaround between games, what do you guys talk about in the locker room?
It's tough, honestly. Coach Ford always talks about having to empty the tank, reload, and do it again. It's tough. I can't lie to you, especially on a Sunday. I think just trying to keep our energy up, especially knowing that our second game was a big game, knowing that they beat us last night. So honestly, just doing whatever we can to keep our energy up.
Yeah, I think just take whatever anger, whatever irritation, sadness we had from last night. Once the game 1's done, it's done. Can't go back on anything, and then put everything we have into the next game and just move on.
Going back to the slide, how much is aggressive base running you wanted to be a hallmark of y'all's offense, because you needed a few of those extra bases today?
Yeah, it's huge. It goes back to what kind of our, I guess, motto is as Aggie softball, is being gritty, being relentless, doing whatever it takes to win, and aggressive base running is part of that.
Even maybe not your best defensive day, you had some big plays like Frankie making that catch in safety in 7th inning. How important is that, not motivation-wise, just morale-wise, to see your teammates play defense? Maybe not the best defensive day, but you can still make weapons like that.
Yeah, it's huge. Just having each other's back. Obviously errors are going to happen, and we know we need to clean that up a little bit. But like you said, Frankie making that play was huge for us, and just having each other's back is the main thing.
Yeah, and I think once it's done, it's done. You have to reset. Can't go back on it. Can't change anything. So moving forward, just know what we did wrong and kind of make those adjustments within the game.